Okay, hello guys, and hello Miss Ame. My name is Phan Khoi, and my group has me and Phạm Mạnh Hùng. Today I'm gonna interview with my dad, but the thing is, my dad is in way at Saigon right now to have like some business work there, and I have to send him the questions in Hanoi to Saigon, and he only can send me the answer in text back, and this is his answers due to my questions. So the first question is, what are the differences between modern day and the past communication methods? So my dad's answer is, if I think about how communication has changed from when I was growing up to now, it's pretty remarkable. Back in the day, we mostly relied on landline phones, letters, and face-to-face conversations to stay in touch. Now, with smartphones, social media, and instant messaging, communication is so much quicker than before. You can text someone anytime, send pictures, videos, or even voice notes, like in Gmail. Social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter make it easy to stay connected with people around the world in real time. Video calls like Zoom or FaceTime make it feel like you're right there with someone, even if they are miles away. It's fast, efficient, and constant, but it does feel like the personal connection can sometimes be lost in all the digital noise. And in conclusion, I see how much easier it is for my kids to stay connected with their friends, but I do miss the simplicity and focus of those old school ways of communication. The second question is, what are the communication methods you are currently using? And My dad said that I'm using a variety of communication methods depending on the situation. Here's what I rely on the most, and they are text messaging, phone calls, video calls, social media, emails, and in person conversations. For the last question, what are the advantages and disadvantages of social media and smoke signals communication methods, and which situation best suits these two? And my dad said that the answer that for the advantages of social media, he stated that social media allows you to connect with anyone around the world instantly, whether it's through messaging, comments, or video calls. It's fast and convenient. Secondly, you can share photos, videos, thoughts, and updates in real time, keeping people informed and engaged in your life. And lastly, social media helps you find and connect with communities or groups of people who share similar interests or experiences. It's an amazing tool for networking and making new connections. For disadvantages of social media, my dad stated that firstly, sometimes social media interactions feel shallow. It's easy to like, which my dad mentioned that it's the action when you like a post or like a video on social media or comment without a real conversation, and it can lead to misunderstandings or miscommunications. Second, Secondly, there's a risk of oversharing, and the more you share, the more susceptible you are to privacy breaches. And It's very tricky to navigate what to keep private and what's okay to share. Lastly, there's also the potential for social media to negatively affect mental health. Uh, and My dad stated that best situation for social media is that when you're keeping in touch with people who are far away, sharing life milestones, and building or participating in online communities. For the advantages of smoke signals, my dad said that smoke signals are simple to understand and easy to execute if you have the right environment and materials, which are a fire and smoke. Secondly, smoke signals are often used for sending short, urgent messages. They can also be quite symbolic, symbolic, representing a deeper, more spiritual and cultural connection to one's environment. And lastly, smoke can be seen from a distance, which makes it ideal for situations where you need to signal someone far away in a large open area, like a forest, for example, or a battlefield. For the disadvantages of smoke signals, my dad stated that you can only send very basic, simple messages with smoke signals, which leads to like the struggles to get detailed communication across. Secondly, smoke signals are completely dependent on the weather. For example, wind or rain can disturb this kind of communication methods. And lastly, while visible over long distances, smoke signals are only effective within line of sight and would be difficult to use in areas with obstructions like mountains, dense forests, or tall buildings. For the situation that best suited for smoke this kind of communication methods, which or smoke signals, my dad said that smoke signals would work best in open areas where you need to send a very short, urgent message, maybe in a survival or wilderness scenario. And yeah, so the conclusion about this interview, like my conclusion about this interview is that based on this interview and also based on my my experience and yeah, my experience and my own knowledge is that social media is far superior for everyday communication in our modern world. It's great for staying connected, sharing life updates, and building a sense of community, but it does have its downsides, like the potential for shallow connections or privacy risk. On the other hand, smoke signals, while historically useful, are a more niche, yeah, niche or like less than decent and a symbolic form of communication. They are good for sending simple, urgent messages in open, remote areas, but yeah, that's it. Not much else about the smoke signals method. And yeah, so my dad said that he's currently using six communication methods, and I think like one of the most used one there from my dad is like social media, of course. So that's my most used communication methods too, because it helps keeping in touch with family, sending pictures and sharing live updates like very easily. However, for emergencies or in very specific old school scenarios, like signaling a group on a mountain, you could use others other communication methods that are more useful in these kinds of situation, like smoke signals that I've just interviewed my dad about. And yeah, that's the end of my interview about communication methods with my dad, and I hope that Miss Ame will give me a high score like 9 or above, because my dad really he really dedicated his time for this interview and project also, and he also hoped that I got the high score. So yeah, thank you for listening, Miss Ame and everyone.